Good morning. Can everyone hear me okay?
Good morning.
Yes.
Okay, good morning. This is the 95th dismissal docket. I'm going to walk through the docket, and if you're present, just response and let me know which side you represent and the status of your case, okay? We're going to start out with DC 22-00764. The case is styled Jeremy Levy versus Detective Klosterman. Is anyone representing either of these parties present on the call today? Okay, again, I'm going to call the case DC 22-00764, Jeremy Levy versus Detective Justin Klosterman et al. Hearing no responses, this case is being dismissed for want of prosecution. Next case is DC 22-03062, Austin versus Almager. DC 22-03062. This case is being dismissed for want of prosecution. DC 22-04753, Encore versus Elias Ramirez.
Good morning, Your Honor. Allison Chandler on behalf of Encore.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, we've discussed this case before. You've served the defendant by publication, is that correct?
Yes, we're in the middle of serving via publication, Your Honor.
Okay, and where are we regarding that?
We have sent all the information into the newspaper. I think it's currently being published. It looks like the date is January 3rd. So we're just waiting on proof of service back with the publisher's affidavit.
So the third weekend is January 3rd? I mean, the fourth weekend in January 3rd?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Hold 1 second here. Okay, we'll reset this for January the 10th. That's a week after, okay?
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure, anything further?
That's all, Your Honor. Thanks.
All right, you may be dismissed. Thank you. DC 22-04870, Murgison versus Torres. DC 22-04870, Dion Murgison versus Eddie Torres. Hearing no response, that case is being dismissed for want of prosecution. DC 22-06056, 4Geeks Technology versus Transmit.
Good morning, Your Honor. John Dubiel for the plaintiff.
How are you this morning, Mr. Dubiel?
I'm good, sir. Thank you.
I remember us discussing this case. I think it had some service in Thailand or some other country, correct?
No, this one was Delaware, Your Honor, and I had initially attempted one address, which was the wrong address for the service company out of Delaware, spoke with the company, got the correct address, reserved the Secretary of State, spoke with the Secretary of State's Service Department yesterday, and was informed that the new service went out on November 15th, but they have not served it back. But I know I've got a good address.
I see something in the file about service on October 25th. What was that?
I don't recall that, Your Honor. I know when I spoke with the Secretary of State on the first service attempt, they had not received it back, maybe at the first hearing, but told me that they waited for 2 months before sending out a no return.
Okay.
And that 2 months expired on October 31st. So I did receive that. And the day after, I'm sorry?
So the first address was the wrong address?
Correct.
Okay. And you've since served the Secretary of State again at the new address on November 15th?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna add this to the 10th as well. That should give you some time to get it back.
It should be enough time. January 10th.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. At same time, 9 a.m.?
Yes, it'd be 9 a.m., correct.
Thank you.
Okay, anything further?
That's all. Thanks, Your Honor.
Okay, you may be dismissed. Thank you.
Thank you.
DC 22-06893, Castellomi versus Lopez.
Christopher Sis for the plaintiffs, Your Honor.
Okay, let me pull this one up here. You know, I looked at your, this is a case where you had submitted an affidavit that was initiated by a minor, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I have received your other affidavit. Let me pull this case up. And I saw in your proposed order you have your damages outlined. Did you submit an affidavit for the damages?
Yes, Your Honor. We submitted the affidavits of the parties involved and then put those numbers in after consultation with our client.
Well, I think I got your affidavits, but I was questioning, did you submit any kind of business records or evidence of the damages? Or just the affidavit?
Yes, Your Honor. We submitted all the medical records and medical bills.
Okay, was that in your motion or was that filed separately?
I believe it was in the initial motion, and then we amended just to add the affidavit per the clerk's request.
Okay. Let me review that. I looked over that yesterday. I may have some questions. Are you going to be available? I have to call you this morning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me review that again and I'll call you back later today, okay? If I've got any questions.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You may be dismissed. Now, that's all I have on my dismissal docket. There may have been some cases that were previously on the docket where you may have submitted a documentation or something that would get it off the dismissal docket. That may be what happened, but let's take them one at a time. Mr. Peacock, give me your cause number and the case you're here on.
Cause number is DC 210.
I'm sorry, I can barely hear you, sir.
Oh, cause number?
Okay.
How about that? DC 2107221. Matter is Myers versus Kenneth A. Bowie et al.
Okay, that has been taken off the docket. Let me see what happened here.
I believe plaintiffs filed a notice of non-suit with regard to my client. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything else.
That's correct. I do see the non-suit in the file.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir. You may be dismissed. Have a good day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Ms. Smith, what case are you here on?
It's 22-09338, I believe Burlington Insurance Company versus Elite Courier.
Okay. Okay, that's been taken off the docket. Let me see what happened. Okay, look like the service, you have a return of service of November the 30th. Okay. That's why that was taken off the docket. It's like service has been accomplished. Is that correct?
Well, we served the Secretary of State, but we're still waiting on the Whitney certificate. And according to the Secretary of State's website, that's taking about 90 days to get. So we filed in November, and we should get it sometime in February.
Okay. Well, I show a return on November 30th. Let me see what this says. Okay. Okay, that's why it was taken off.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you may be dismissed. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr. Koskins, what case here are you on?
Your Honor, DC 22-02442, Raspberry versus Polaris.
And Your Honor, I'm here on that case as well. This is Jeff Goldfarb.
Okay, let me pull this one up. It's been taken off the docket. Let me see what's going on. Well, like a lot of stuff's going on this, right?
Yes, Judge, we filed a motion for default judgment, and since this has to do with a judgment that was previously entered in the 193rd, we filed a motion to transfer based on the related case rule.
I do show the motion for default has been filed. Looks like has that been signed? Let me see.
My understanding is Judge Purdy signed it, but she vacated it because of the related case matter. I spoke with Ms. Alonso about this.
Okay, looks like it's been transferred back to the 193rd.
There's a hearing set on the motion to transfer.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay, that's why that was taken off. Okay, anything further we need to discuss on that?
No, Your Honor, we didn't receive notice that we were off, so we just wanted to make sure everything was
I
okay.
got you. I got you. Okay, thanks so much. Anything further?
No, may we be excused?
You may be. Have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Wood, which one are you here to discuss?
DC 22-11965. We had filed our second motion for substitute service that's now been placed on the 10 o'clock submission docket, but Ms. Alonso said I still needed to appear.
I got you. Let me see. For some reason, it's not coming up. And what's the style of that case?
DC
And what's the
22.
style?
Oh, Jennifer Woodwell and Joe Woodwell versus Frederick Dunn.
Okay, I see you filed a motion for subservice. Okay, that's fine. Anything further?
No, that's it.
Okay, you may be dismissed. Have a good day.
Thanks.